sun was shining in the west, and I was clad in all my best, and Maggie like a queen was dressed the day we went to Rothesay. Happy we stood upon the quay, inhaling the fresh breeze frae the sea, and I wish that day a month could be the day we went to Rothesay. Oh, da-da-ma-do-a-do-a-day, da-da-ma-do-a-da-dee-oh, da-da-ma-do-a-do-a-day, the day we went to Rothesay. Along the shore we made our way like cadgers on a rainy day, while lasses their bonny feet displayed upon the sands of Rothesay. A fiddler there to make some brass, played tune ties, both lad and lass, but a dancing in their good.
Hello there and welcome to the Costa del Clyde. It's December the 4th, it's blinking Baltic, but here we are in the Queen of the Clyde, Rothesay Town, in all its glory. Two seagulls, that's all there is today. We're going to talk about Rothesay in its heyday, the golden years when Rothesay really was the jewel in the crown of the Clyde holiday resorts. Dunoon, Largs, Millport, Fairlie, Brodick and Ellen. Rothesay was the best of the lot, the most popular of the lot, the busiest of the lot. It's hard to believe now, but at one point tens of thousands of people would descend in this wee town for the Glasgow Fair fortnight. And they would have a great old time down here. There was loads of things to do, lots of things to do. There's a Winter Garden Theatre just over there. 4 cinemas at one time, various other theatres. There was a tram system that took you around the island. There was this, that and the next thing, and we're going to hear a wee bit about that during our social, cultural, historical extravaganza.
When the dance was done, says Meg to me, this lassie's bathing in the sea. Watch but play she to me, and I'll hae a bathe at Rothesay. Says I, no Maggie dinna gang, she, what furrer ye a man? Then in between two rocks she ran to change her clothes at Rothesay. Oh, da-da-ma-do-a-do-a-day, da-da-ma-do.
Hello again. Welcome to the PAV, Rothesay's iconic Pavilion Theatre. It's the kind of centre of the community. It's going to actually be closed for a couple of years shortly. They're going to refurbish it and spend a bit of dosh on it, bringing it back up to scratch. But it's a beautiful building, iconic building, German Art Deco, I believe. You know, I know it doesn't look at its best just now, but believe me, the Pavilion for the last 70 years has been the centre of Rothesay's entertainment. That together with the Winter Gardens. But if you go back to the Second World War, it was built in 1938, as you can see from the plaque on it. Great timing. They just opened the Pavilion the year before World War II broke out. But you know what? Here in Bute, other people tell you this, tell you about this better than I can because they've actually experienced it. But a lot of people, older residents in Rothesay, if you talk about World War II, they'll say that they had a good war, they enjoyed the war. It sounds daft, but it's not, because Bute wasn't really affected adversely during the Second World War at all. In fact, it was quite the opposite, because it was big naval base, important naval base. There was lots of servicemen stationed here, and the social life was great, and it all happened here at the PAV.
Back to the Regal and the Palace, there was 2 shows a night. So you could go to the pictures, and then after the show, you could do something else. And what we did was we swarmed to Venter's Chip Shop in Bridge Street, where the new houses are now. And that was a famous place for all the entertainers as well. They used to come down to do shows at the Winter Gardens, and after the shows were over, they flocked to Venter's Chip Shop too. And there was the most wonderful selection of photographs of all these entertainers, just to prove that they were customers. There was Jack Mulroy, there was Ricky Fulton, there was Francie and Josie, and it was actually wonderful just looking around all those photographs. And I have to say, the chips were great too.
Again, welcome to the old bathing station here at the West Bay. It's just out the Ardbeg shore here, just in front of the Scarehoods. It's an iconic kind of building again, and it harks back to Rothesay's past and the golden years when Rothesay was the Queen of the Clyde. Some people think it's a bit like maybe the TARDIS or something like that, or some kind of spacecraft, or something out of sci-fi music, but actually, it's the entrance, the pay bit. Used to be a turnstile here, where you went in and you paid, and you went downstairs to where the changing cubicles were, and then there was set of steps and dive boards where you could dive into the water, and there was actually a floating platform out in the bay that you could swim out to that had a kind of ladder thing on it. You could sit on top of that as well, and you could dive in the water, and where the water it was safe to dive in and swim in and out. And it used to be absolutely mobbed. Hard to believe just now, I know, but it was at one time very, very popular when Rothesay was the Queen of the Clyde. Think about it now, there must have been hard in these days, because you would have catched me jumping in the Clyde even in the height of summer now. No way, Jose. But the good news is it's going to be redeveloped, it's going to be saved. Guy's taking it over and he's going to restore it to its former glory. He's going to bring it all up and save it from, you know, total decay, because it's been lying neglected for a long, long, long time now. But isn't it smart? It's got the wee coat of arms above it. Again. Well, we've come to the end of our cultural, social, historical extravaganza set here in Rothesay and the Isle of Bute. I'm going to finish with a wee thought to the future. You know, I have great hopes. I've got great hopes for Rothesay. I'm a wee bit of an optimist in that respect. One thing about Rothesay is people get slagged off and it gets brought down all the time, because to be fair, to be honest, there isn't an awful lot here now, not compared to what there was even when I was a boy. But it still has got a great sense of community, and I think it's got a really bright future ahead of it. As you've heard from other people, it's got a fantastic past, a great past, a lot of story, a lot of history, a lot of interesting stuff happened here in Rothesay, you know, and it was at one time truly the Queen of the Clyde. Maybe in the not too distant future it can be restored to being, you know, the Queen of the Clyde again. And that's not impossible. We have a lot of people coming to live in Bute now, a lot of English families moving in, and people from further away, Eastern Europe, all over the place. You'd be amazed at how cosmopolitan Rothesay really is just now. And the thing about it is too, the important thing is, it still has that great wee sense of community, very strong community. And you need that. It's something that a lot of places have lost. A lot of places bigger than Bute, and a lot of places maybe have got more to offer in terms of entertainment, or in terms of shopping, in terms of whatever, and yet they don't have that cohesive community spirit that still exists here in the Isle of Bute, and particularly its capital, Rothesay town. So, all the best from me, Charlie Maguire. Over and out.
The sun was shining in the west, and I was glad and all my best, and Maggie like a queen was dressed the day we went to Rothesay. Oh, happy we stood upon the quay, inhaling the fresh breeze frae the sea, and I wished that day a month could be the day we went to Rothesay. Oh, da-da-da-do-a-do-a. day, da-da-ma-do-a-da-dee-o, da-da-ma-do-a-do-a-day, the day we went to Rothesay.